Oh, we live, huh?
You live.
Why you laughing?
Hey guys, welcome to our show. It's Let's Chat with RJ. This is so unexpected for us. We just had the chance to come on live and just say hey to the people. R's home, he's in town, and he just wanted to kind of just hop on here and collaborate a little bit, guys. So thank you for joining us. We did not make a flyer. We did not put it out there, so we're freestyling tonight for sure. So RJ,
What's up?
welcome home. Welcome back home.
Thank you. Yeah, I snuck in town on Miss J. You know what I mean? And told her, hey, you know what? I'm coming in town. I'm coming in hot. We're gonna do a show.
You definitely
Get ready.
Yeah.
I said I'm gonna give you an hour and I'm back out of town, so she gotta make it hot.
Y'all, this how he do. He just come in town, show up, unexpected, I did not know, and now we're about to collaborate and chop it up with you guys on today. Yay!
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's
So
up.
guys, we have a lot to discuss. Me and RJ have been talking. We've been having some meetings about a few topics and a couple of things that the audience kind of wanted to speak on or had questions about. So RJ is prepared and ready. So I don't even know. He kind of just threw me off on this one. So RJ, what are we talking about today?
Okay, so today's topic is gonna be, are you a unconditional lover? So that's what we're gonna kind of talk about today. So, yeah.
Are you an unconditional lover?
Yes. So, but first, today's question that we're gonna start off from Miss Marcella. Is that
Miss
correct?
Marcella.
Yeah, she brought me these cool cards that has questions on it. So what I do now is I pick one out randomly and I just pop it on Miss J. And so I walked in and I pulled one out of my pocket and said, "This is what we're gonna do today."
I'm scared.
Nah, don't be scared. So today's question is, what is one thing you are grateful for today?
I have a lot of things that I'm grateful for. Let me first say that. I have so much to be grateful for, but I'm really grateful that RJ got to come in town and say, hey, let's just do some collaborating on some things. So I'm really excited and grateful for that.
That's what's up. So I'm grateful for a few things. So along this journey, a couple things that I prayed for was to find my roof, because there's a lot of bits and adventures that I have my hands tied into. And so one of them obviously being the podcast. So my Ruth, if she doesn't already know, is Miss J. She is a blessing to me more than she will ever know. She pushed me in a lot of different uncomfortable ways that allowed me to just kind of step out on faith. And we started this podcast and we're out here getting our voices heard. So I just wanted to share that with her. So then my next thing that I'm most grateful for also is just family. So I'm in town for a family reunion that we have. And I realize now, you know, I'll be 45 here in a couple days. And one of the big things I just try to celebrate life. I try to celebrate family. Because you just never know what tomorrow holds. So each and every day, man, I just try to just always celebrate family. So I'm in town to just celebrate family, celebrate life, all those good things. So I'm looking forward to that this evening when we have a birthday gathering for one of my family members.
Yay, that's so exciting.
Yeah. We're in Admiral, Alabama doing our thing. Ain't much down but a casino, but we're going to make the best of it, you know what I'm
I
saying?
heard they have a very nice casino. Shout out.
Yeah, they do actually. You know what I'm saying? I went there last night at the buffet. I ain't ate at the buffet in a while. You know, it was pretty good.
Okay.
I tried that one on Devil. And man, it sucked $70 out of me in like 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I ain't going back.
I know you're not after that. That was a lesson out of it.
But it was fun though. I thought I was gonna hit.
Yeah.
It didn't work out though.
Man, if you would have hit, we probably wouldn't have seen you today on the live today.
We'd been, if I hit, we'd have been in here throwing money around, which brings me to, obviously, I had some faces the last time you revealed some things to the audience. You still gonna do the Christian pole dance group?
Okay, we not going there today.
Man.
Oh my God, he would not let that one go. I can't believe you got me to talk about this.
Yeah, I'm trying to get her to tell y'all what her name is, but she says it's a secret for her husband. So she would not reveal what Miss J's alter ego is. You know what I'm saying? When she's doing her thing, pole dancing it up, getting ready for her husband.
Okay. We're gonna stop talking about that, guys. Moving on from that. So
my notes here. So like I said, today's topic is are you an unconditional lover? And so I wanted to start out and just, ask Miss J, what is your love language?
I have quite a few.
Okay, well.
The first one, I think the first love language of mine would be quality time. I'm big on that. Spending time and just having that time, that one-on-one time together, that's something that I believe in. I like it. It's just something that I like. The second one I would say would be, I put it in the notes, I said touching, but physical touch is another thing that I'm big with that. Receiving gifts, that's another thing that I like. And then I left it at that. I do love words of affirmation and, any type of positivity, motivating, pouring into one another. That's a big thing for me as well.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So, my love language, first I'll say quality time will probably be my number one love language. I love, spending quality time. When I say quality time, I mean like quality time, like no phones, no interruptions, things of that nature. Because, again, we're so busy with the hustle and bustle of life each and every day that, we have time to unwind. I just like to just be able to sit back and enjoy some nice, decent quality time. My second one would be words of affirmation. And just in essence, I like to be able to lift people up, and I like to receive the same thing in return. Just things to let me know that you care, things to let me know that I matter, and I try to reciprocate that as well. And then I say my third would be probably physical touch, and it's it don't have to be that we always embraced, walking, holding hands and all that, but it could just be, we could be close enough to be brushing shoulders, just enough for me to feel your vibe, your energy, that vibration coming out for you, that frequency, that things of that nature. So those are my 3 love languages.
Okay, that's what's up.
That's what's up. So,
now, let me say this before you get to the next big thing. If anybody else want to share their love languages, please write it in the comments. We want to know. We want to know what everybody's love language is. We're here for it. We're advocates of love and love and love. So.
For sure. Yeah, definitely drop us some comments and feedback. Let us know what your love language is.
Definitely want to know.
Not only yours, but what you would like to see or receive from your partner. I'm sorry, what you give or you would like to receive, and then the same in essence with your partner.
Yeah.
So, one of the things me and Miss J, when we got started on this podcasting journey, we was talking about different levels of love, and I was inquiring if she was an unconditional lover, and she was telling me that she was, and I wasn't disagreeing. From her perspective, I was like, okay, let me ask you a few questions. And throughout that question and answer process, we kind of revealed a few things. So now, Miss J, are you a unconditional lover?
So, you know what? We had a class about this in Bible study Wednesday night.
Okay, that's what's up. I can't go get the Lord.
I'm just saying we had an actual Bible study, and I was like, God, thank you, because RJ is going to put me to the test about this unconditional love. And truth be told, we should have unconditional love. We should have it because when you think about it, God has unconditional love for us. You know what I'm saying? And He wants us to love our fellow neighbor or our brothers and sisters, even our mate, unconditional. That's what He wants us to do. Now, I try to strive to be unconditional. I try to do it. I try to live that way. Sometimes it doesn't honestly happen that way. So, am I fully an unconditional lover, like to the fullest? I don't think I am there yet.
That's interesting. So I'm with you on the, God, He loves us unconditionally.
Yeah.
And I had someone pose a question. It was like, God loves you unconditionally, and do you love Him unconditionally in return? And kind of to what you just said is, I strive to also love Him unconditionally in return. However, what I was made aware of, anytime you living in fear, you're living in doubt, and things of that nature, that you don't fully wholeheartedly have faith that God's going to do everything that He said, when He said, how He said, according to what He said, you're not loving Him.
Yeah, He feels like we don't show love to Him if we don't love Him that way. That is absolutely right.
So, if I'm striving to love God unconditionally, how can I be an unconditional lover to man?
You supposed to be. That's what God wants us to do. But how? Just like if old girl is at work, like talking about me, saying, oh, she this, she that. But this supposed to be, I supposed to show her love back. Like, I don't need to go punch her in the face or nothing like that, because that's not showing acts of love or how God wants us to be. We're supposed to show love. Love is what you show to me. You show a person love. And so, that's a hard one, but you just have to do it, or
Okay.
you just have to do it.
Speaking in those terms,
When you say man.
So there's a form of love that's kind of along the lines that you're referring to, that we've kind of discussed, which is agape love. Mm-hmm. And then also there's a form of love, I think it's pronounced eros.
Yes.
And that is more of the intimate phase, or when it comes to your husband, your wife, significant other, those type of things. Because obviously, that to be unconditional love in those terms has to have some form of intimacy. So now that we understand that side of things,
okay,
when you're in a relationship or you have a significant other, or you get unconditional love. I like how you set this up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like that. I know you was real.
Ha ha ha. I set this one up. Okay, RJ. You supposed to look. Okay, this is how I look at it. When you bring that part up. If God sends me or places someone in my life that He for surely has sent, that means this is my gifting that God has placed. That means I'm not finna mishandle it. I'm not finna mistreat it. I'm not finna not love it because He placed this for me. So I'm going to love this person unconditionally to the best of my ability that I know how. Now, if I'm lacking in an area, then that needs to be addressed. There's something that I can't see that I'm doing or I miss. But my job is to love this person unconditionally.
Okay.
That's my job.
All right.
My gift. I don't want to mishandle my gift, and I don't want to not love the gift that was placed to me. This is my gift. I'm gonna treat it right.
Okay. All right. So, I was introduced to a framework by my coach.
Yeah.
And it's titled The 3 Levels of Love. So just kind of follow me here.
Okay.
So you have baby love. Obviously, you know,
That's my favorite.
you respond to things in the aspect of acting like a baby, temper tantrum, things of that nature.
Yeah.
You have transactional love, where it's more of a give and get, and then obviously you have unconditional love. So with that, I was like, man, I remember I used to, you know, when I used to date or be with somebody, like, man, I love you unconditionally. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You just don't see what I'm doing. You don't understand me. You ain't loving me unconditionally back. But then I had to realize I'm not an unconditional lover. Everything that I was doing was based on a condition. As long as they met those conditions, I loved them a certain type of way. And when they weren't meeting those conditions, I did love them a certain type of way. So, which ended up being a gut punch, because it was like, hey, how can you love somebody unconditionally when you don't love yourself unconditionally?
So I'm glad that you brought that up. I have a question about that. So do you think you was misloving that person unconditionally because you wasn't mature enough to love them conditionally? Like you wasn't good to love them that way that they supposed to be loved.
So
You wasn't mature enough. Cause you're a different person now than you were then.
So I'll start out first by saying, as a man, I was never taught how to love a woman correctly. So that was number one, not knowing how to love a woman correctly. And a lot of the things that I was basing off the way that I loved her, I was loving her the way that I wanted to love her. I wasn't loving her the way that she wanted to be loved. So I'm already missing the mark there.
Right.
And so when I say I wasn't loving myself unconditionally, one, there was a whole lot of things that I was tolerating that I shouldn't have been tolerating. But however, the overall thing that I realized to me not loving myself unconditionally was I was seeking love out externally instead of loving myself. So based off the way that person loved me was the way I felt loved. And so that's how I had to start reformulating things and be like, so what I gotta do is first learn to love myself unconditionally before I can even get to the level of loving somebody else unconditionally. So am I an unconditional lover now? Nope. You know why?
You still not?
I'm still not, because I'm still learning to love myself unconditionally. And once I can learn how to love myself unconditionally, then I can start operating at a spirit-centric level to where I know how to love that other person unconditionally.
But you're not totally against the unconditional love thing, right? You totally not against it. You think people capable of loving their mate?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, and everything is based off of perspective and within reason. When I say this, obviously everything is within reason. When I say being an unconditional lover is no matter what we're going through, within reason, I'm here. I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
And there's no condition that can make me leave.
Yeah.
So, but what I realized is in the process of that as well, during my immature phases, while trying to love a woman, you know, I was raised by a woman, so I was used to feeling love a certain type of way. And when I didn't receive, it's just like when your kids, when you raise them, when you don't give them something that they want, they throw a temper tantrum. So since I was used to being raised, loved that way from my mom, when I got in a relationship with a woman and she didn't do certain things, I acted like a baby. So I was not mature enough not to act like a baby. So I had those little episodes of those little temper tantrums, and then therefore, you know what? That was baby love.
I can relate to baby love. I can relate to that because there was a time in my life where I wanted things my way. And actually, after we talked about this, that's when I started identifying some things even more, because I wanted to research on some stuff about having that baby love, like what exactly is baby love. And that was me once upon a time in my life. I would have a tantrum. I would have a fit when things didn't go my way. I would be pouting, you know.
Oh yeah, I used to do a lot of pouting.
I would be pouting and just upset because And then I didn't want to talk about it. Like, after the fact. Like, it's too late. Don't try to fix it now. Like, still be pouting.
So you felt it was they were the problem and the issue instead of even looking at yourself and
Just
like,
looking at myself, and it was just me just being the little baby, acting like a baby. Yes, having a baby voice and acting like a baby. Yes, it just didn't sit well.
So yeah.
But like you admitted that you didn't know how to be shown how to do those things correctly. I think that comes with age.
Yeah. Like I say, it was a maturity thing. It
Yeah.
was it took this I had to hit the switch at some point and be like, wait a minute, like this, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I say, that was my form of love, is acting like a baby. You know what I mean? And even when I was being told like, you pouting, I'm like, I ain't pouting. What you mean I'm pouting? Blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? I won't go talk to him. I'll go sit off in the counter and I'll be mad for days. And I'm like, oh, she talking about is I'm pouting, and I'll be like, well, hell,
I can relate to this.
I love pouting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was,
Yeah.
and again, like I say, it was me living out my childhood while I was, in essence, in manhood. It's because I was used to receiving a certain type of love, a certain type of way.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I was raised by my mom.
Yeah.
So when I had temper tantrums with her, she gave me, and I was the baby, she gave me what I wanted. So I think, hell, I had temper tantrums with my wife, my girlfriend, my significant other. I'm gonna get the same thing. And then when she wasn't standing for that shit, excuse my French, I was like, I don't know what to do, but go sit in the counter and talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, most definitely.
Also, this show is not for children.
Please, if they hear, I'm
Also,
gonna shock their system every now and then with some things, but
yeah,
adults.
adults.
You know what? Bring the kids. Everybody welcome. So, but what up?
Okay, so now that we talked about that, you said baby love.
Yes.
What's the next one?
Transactional love. And so the
I
way
wonder how many people can relate to it. Like, can you tell us about transactional love? Like, what exactly is it?
so transactional love, and when my coach said it, kind of shocked my system. So how I'm about to start off, I'm gonna shock y'all system in a little bit. He said it's kind of like hoeing around. It's like, you know what I mean? It's you give something or you propositioning something to get something in return. So it's a
you is
transaction.
real open today. You real wide open today.
I'm trying to give people what they want. I want to make sure everybody can relate, but I said shock the system a little bit.
You is really shocking me. I was not prepared.
So
Okay.
yeah, so I mean again,
Yeah.
transactional, you know what I mean, as I'm getting some level of maturity and awareness, you know what I mean, and operating in between baby love and transactional love, when I receive some type of transaction, whether it was intimacy, a home cooked meal, house clean, go buy me something nice, when I received that transaction, I felt a certain type of way. I felt loved. I felt that by, that form of love, I felt it was justified. Like, okay, well, we're having a bad day, or we're arguing. Let me go buy some flowers, or let me go, buy a purse, or let me go buy some jewelry. But then it was, I didn't understand at the time, like that wasn't a correct way to transition, or to understand my mate's love language or things of that nature. So it was always a transaction. I felt like, I wasn't worried about the emotion or the feeling or anything like that. I felt if I give you something in the form of a transaction, that then, hey, in turn you'll love me more and you'll be happier, and then we'll move on and be in bliss.
Okay. So, give me one good example of it. One good one.
One good one?
That stood out. One you can tell us about.
Oh man. So one time I
Just
cheated.
one. Oh,
And,
okay.
one time I cheated. I got caught, got found out. So you know what I mean? I went and bought a bag.
Okay. A
So
bag. So you bought the bag thinking that would fix.
I thought that was gonna fix it all, and I was like, why you still mad?
Yeah.
I wasn't worried about the emotion that was attached to it, the effect that I've had on my relationship at the time. I was just worried about, all right, I got you something nice.
Yeah, let's just keep it real.
Let me try to put a smile on your face. It was a transaction.
You thought that was gonna work, and it didn't work.
It didn't work. It didn't work at all. You know what I mean? It was just, it really was more of an insult than anything.
Yeah.
Because, like I say, I was trying to, you know, I was giving something to get something. I was hoping that would, you know, I mean, like I say, as I matured, I learned better. Now I know better. I'm like, well, if I get this, she'll automatically start trusting me again. You know what I mean? If I get this, we go back to loving each other, kissing each other, hugging each other, things of that nature.
So, do you still think you're in that phase as far as transaction?
So,
I mean, now that you brought those examples out, do you think you're still in that?
so I'm striving,
Yeah.
no doubt, to be a unconditional lover. However, I realize that in the interim, my emotional home, you know, is transactional love.
Mm-hmm.
And however, though, with saying that, I know how to operate in a different space with that, because now instead of trying to, you know, give some external, you know, materialistic thing, you know, I know how to communicate better. You know, and if it's something we need that we, you know, need to seek counsel or mediator, you know, I know how to go find the avenues to better heal the situation than, you know, trying to find some external thing. Because what I've learned and kind of studied as a man is that a lot of times, I speak for myself, because, you know, everybody's different. I was more so worried about just fixing the problem. I wasn't worried about the negative emotion that attached to it. So I wasn't worried about how can we go, whatever feelings or pain that we're feeling, how can we go either have somebody help us get through this, or we figure out how to communicate with one another to get through this. I just want to fix the problem. How can I fix the problem? In my mind, I'm going to buy a bag, problem fixed. Why you still mad at me? So can you give me an example when you probably had transactional love?
A lot of Negroes feel like that.
Feel like what?
It ain't happening. Y'all can transaction that.
Well, I mean, again, it's
Excuse my language.
I mean, it comes with a level of maturity, a level of understanding. You know what I mean? Also, you know, like, as much I thought I knew a lot of things about women. I found out that I didn't virtually know anything about women. You know what I mean? Because it's the difference between knowing somebody and understanding somebody. You could be with somebody 20, 30 years and only know them.
They still don't be knowing them.
Yeah, so, but, you know what I mean? You got to learn to understand the person that you're with.
Okay. All right. That's what's up.
So, I mean, you got an example. What do you, where do you see yourself on the scale now?
Like I said, I think unconditional comes with maturity and learning. Like, I know I'm striving to be a unconditional lover, because that's who he created me to be, and that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm striving to be there. I'm not there yet, but I'm striving to be there.
So while you're striving, is it safe to say that you're a transactional lover? I mean, I know that's probably not what you probably just want to come out and say and admit, but is it safe to say
I'm trying to see. Let me see. Why you looking at me like that?
People don't know.
I'm trying to see, like, because you want an example, right?
I mean, if you got an example, I mean, that'd be nice.
Oh, yeah. So if I do something nice for someone, do I be looking for something in return? I don't be looking for something major, but thank you, baby. Yeah, like, thank you, boo.
So what if you don't get that though?
If I don't get that, am I gonna be proud? No. If I don't get that, I'm gonna question if I should have done it. That's what I'm gonna question myself like.
So you don't see that as some form of a transaction?
It is a form of transaction. You told me to give you an example of one. That's one.
Okay.
Well, I'm just gonna be like, he ain't saying that.
So, and I get it. I've been there. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I'm being honest though, for real. Like sometimes I'll be like,
But you're giving
Because I want to give.
Exactly. Not to receive anything. Not so much as a response.
Certain things though. Like certain things, like if I give something, like I'm so big at giving. And I don't be expecting nothing back. But my boo, my God, or my boo,
I mean, I can't
my boo need to be like, thank you, boo, back.
Okay.
But then it's gonna make me question where's his mind frame right then, because he may not be in the mood for what I got in him right then.
And then it may be
Oh, he
something that,
may not didn't want that.
exactly, you giving him what you want him to have.
Right.
Not what he
I
wants.
mean, but I'm acceptable to that. But just say that. Don't be having me trying to guess. Like, what's going on?
I mean,
That's gonna cause a problem.
For sure. I used to think flowers was the answer to everything. Like, if I get some flowers, all women like flowers. I learned the hard way. All women don't like flowers. You know what I mean?
Oh my God,
But
Lord.
that
You
was-
so.
To me, that was
Look
like,
at that.
you know, all right, why don't she like flowers? But then I had to think, that was me giving her what she wanted. I mean, what
Yeah.
I wanted her to have.
Right, because you seen that on TV.
Exactly. I didn't stop to ask, do you like flowers? Or you allergic to flowers?
Right.
Like, did your last boyfriend, like, give you some flowers and then you threw them out? I'm like, nothing. It was just like, flowers.
Then you gonna have these ladies asking their husband, like, why they give me flowers for?
Hey, I'm just saying though, but ask him why you give me flowers. There's nothing wrong with that.
Your husband just probably give you flowers because you beautiful, you his sweet thing. Okay?
That's true, but then too, sometimes I've been in a situation where I've given someone flowers, they take them and they act like it's all, oh, thank you. But they don't even like the flowers. They don't even like want the flowers. You don't find that till I took the back end. So if you don't like flowers, just tell the truth. Like, hey, yo, I ain't digging
You
this.
ain't
This ain't
find
my
out
flowers.
till we in the
To
back.
the back end. Try to spin the block, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
no,
Like, it's like,
spin the block.
it's like that flower trick don't work.
Yeah.
Don't buy me no more. Thank you.
Right. Right.
What's up?
I'm just laughing at you. It was so funny.
Yeah, man. So, you know what I mean? But, yeah, for sure. But, yeah, I mean, definitely. Like, I strive to be unconditional love. But again, like
That's
I
what I
said,
try to be, you know.
it's first, I gotta love God unconditionally. Then I gotta
Yeah.
love myself unconditionally.
Yes.
And then ultimately, my goal is, whoever my significant other is, I love them unconditionally in return. But the
Yes.
reality it is, I'm still transactional love. I mean, I ain't saying it like I wear that tatted on my chest, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm human. There's some things I'm still learning. There's some things I'm still trying to grow.
Yeah.
Some
And we
areas.
all are, me as well. There's some things I'm still growing in, some areas. I just know if it's a gift, look, listen, y'all, if it's a gift from God, don't mishandle it. I know I wasn't gonna bring this up, but I gotta bring it up
Go
because
for
somebody need to hear this. We often talk about how we're the prize, the ladies are the prize, and the male is not the prize. Both of y'all are the prize. Let me just say that. I say that because if it's somebody that God has sent and put in your life, why would you want to mishandle the gifting or the prize that God gave you? Now make sure you pay attention to what I said, who God sent. Not somebody who you think or this and that. You'll know, and you want to treat that person like the prize, just like they treat you like you the prize.
So,
So that's how I feel about that. Somebody needs to hear that. I don't know how I got on that, but somebody needs to hear that.
so how do you know
How do I know about the prize?
that's your prize?
How do you? Oh, you will know. It's how the person treats you. You know, they're not gonna mishandle. They're not. If somebody care about you and love you and want to spend time with you, they'll show those things. They'll show that they care. They'll show that they want to spend time with you and get to know you. You don't want to mishandle somebody like that.
Well, we all from the bag too.
I mean,
I'm from
I'm
the
glad
bag.
because you said a bag or two.
I'm just
But
saying.
most of the time, men y'all do miss out on some good women. Just because, even my son said it, because of just being silly, immature. That was his word. My mom just being immature.
So I agree with you on that. There's a lot of time us, as men, we lose out on great women.
Yeah.
But what I have come to learn is myself. I've had a lot of great women in my life.
Yeah.
And what I notice is a lot of times when they hold back a lot of times. And whether it be from past hurt, past trauma, things of that nature, they come in with a lot of skepticism.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, hey, rightfully so, I understand. But when I'm giving my all, my 100, 10, 20, whatever percent,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to get to know you on a certain scale or at a certain level, but you're holding back, you could be the greatest woman in the world, but at some point my interest is going to start to fade, and then I'm going to feel like, she doesn't have the same interest that I have in her. So
When you say holding back, what do you mean? Holding back from who they truly are, or when you say hold back?
when I say hold back, like a lot of times, a lot of women have had things that have happened in their past that causes triggers and traumas and things like that in the current moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that certain things should be divulged, but if you don't have an inkling of what makes this perfect person that you are now envisioning in your mind that you just met while you're going through the honeymoon phase or afterwards, if you don't know what causes them to go from a happy state to a sad state,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden you're with them, and then you keep seeing a version of them that you've never seen before, and for the life of you, you can't understand it, and they keep saying, well, that's just who I am, or nothing's wrong, and you, in your heart of hearts, you feel
Mm-hmm.
like something's going on, something wrong, but if that person is not like letting you in justifiably so, to within reason, then you start feeling like, okay, well, I just lose me.
So what you're saying, they should just go ahead and be upfront about what their past traumas was, or can they trust you? Can a person even trust that person enough to talk about their past traumas?
Well, obviously you have to get to that level that you feel like you, you trust a person to a certain extent. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I was with somebody for years, and there were things that I never knew. I only found out as they were walking out the door.
Yeah.
So at no point, and it could be true, like if it was me, I get it. That person didn't feel enough trust in me to tell me what was going on, which possibly could have altered our relationship in a more positive light, because now that I know that person,
Mm-hmm.
I'm now starting to understand what makes that person move and tick and react a certain type of way. And if I understand that, then it's now on me to help that person in that arena. But if I never know that, and I keep hitting the trigger or pulling the band-aid off a scar,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm battling with, what it is, what's going on, this, that, and the third. How am I to be able to make the situation better? Does that kind of make sense? So, but yeah. So that's kind of like, I think we all fall in some bags.
I mean, yeah, but I'm glad you spoke on that, because now somebody out here probably may have some past hurts and may not just feel comfortable with or know how to tell the person that they're with. I think they should be able to, if it's somebody I want to spend the rest of my life with,
I heard
and I trust.
this quote the other day that somebody was saying, I'm not a trusting person.
Mm-hmm.
So follow here. They was like, I'm not a trusting person, but you trust yourself to be untrusting, so you're still a trusting person.
I think I've seen it.
So it's you give a circumstance or a situation, whatever meaning that you want it to have, whether it's good or bad. Like you control that.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are people who are now, like I like to use myself as example. My dad wasn't around that much in my life. I ain't gonna say he wasn't there at all. He was here and there.
Yeah.
The door openly closed several times. But all I ever longed for was to have him in my life, and so I carry that against him, even Lord rest his soul until he passed away. But I had to get to the point in my life where I had to realize, like, how I feel about that circumstance is on me. I determine, I dictate, like, if that's a good or bad circumstance. But as long as I continue to hold that against him, like, I still have a trigger, I still have a trauma and all those things at 40-something years old. I'm like, it happened. And everybody, their traumas run a little deeper than others. And, you know, but my point to that is, you determine when you want to move past something, let something go.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes some people, 6 or 7 years old, still talking about things
That happened. Yeah. Yeah. I understand that. Yeah.
So, but back to this being an unconditional lover.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Miss J don't wanna let that one sink in. Like I'll be trying to.
I'm trying to be that unconditional.
And you know, I get it. Like again, it's like a
And that's
thermostat.
just not with my relationship, that's with everybody. I'm trying to be like that with everyone. Even when somebody has done you wrong, you're
Yeah.
still supposed to show love and love them.
No doubt. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's like a thermostat. You know, temperature goes up, temperature goes down.
Yeah.
It has an emotional home, or it has a set temperature. So, in relationships, you have highs where you have moments to where you are an unconditional lover.
Mm-hmm.
You have lows where
Yeah.
you have moments where you're operating in baby love.
Mm-hmm.
But also then you have that set temperature, your emotional home, which is transaction. So, like I say, I like to use myself as an example. My set temperature, my emotional home is transaction. And until, again, I learn to love God unconditionally, then myself unconditionally, how can I love woman unconditionally? So it's okay if it continues to fluctuate, because we're human. Like, you know what I mean? People, you know, when we first started this, they was like, how do you know when you're healed? To me, I think, you know, healing is a ongoing process, because just as soon as you feel like you move past something, whenever I feel like I move past something, there's a trigger
Something
that
comes
kicks in.
up.
So
Yeah.
I'm continuing to heal. People say, well, should I wait to get healed? Should I wait till I'm healed to get in a relationship? It's okay to be unhealed in a relationship, but how you conduct yourself when those unhealed moments kick in is what matters. You don't take that out on your significant other or your spouse or your husband, things of that, or your wife, things of that nature. You don't take that out on them. You explain to them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good, Art. That's good.
So, are you okay with being a transaction lover, Ms. J?
I'm not okay with that.
God, I'm gonna keep fighting this one. You
It
know what I'm
doesn't
saying?
happen. It seems like we got there's somebody trying to say something on here. I can't see because that light is bright.
Yeah, it's hard to see. I promise you, once we wrap up, I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna.
And Marcia, if Marcia is on here, we have a gift for you. So inbox me or I'm gonna inbox you.
Yeah, that's right. She was the first person on our last podcast, our Facebook Live.
Yes, she was.
So
she
yeah,
was.
we got a little
So we got something for Marcia.
special thanks for the support. Thanks everybody
Yes,
who
thank
tuned
you
in and
guys.
support. Our last episode went over 1,000 views, which
Yes, thank y'all.
thank you. That was the number that we were
Yes.
striving for, and we ain't going down. You know what I mean? It's only up from here. You know what I mean? So keep
Yes.
to get things to get bigger, get better. You know what I
I
mean?
know, I'm so excited. Like, I don't get butterflies. I do. I get butterflies every time I think about this podcast. I be so excited.
I do get better.
I be like, woo, woo, woo. Or I be like,
You see
yeah,
that
I'm
smile
just
on my
chilling,
face?
Just cool.
Did you learn that dancing pole dancing class? Do that with the whoop whoop whoop.
You know what? We just gonna X out that pole dancing because Arden took it to another level.
Oh yeah.
But guys, we also will be holding a workshop here soon. Coming soon. Woo. I'm so excited. Or it's gonna be I'm gonna be helping R host this workshop that's coming soon. Soon. I can't wait. Like you wanna tell them a little bit about it or you want me to wait?
I mean,
I got so many ideas, y'all, about this workshop. Like, I'm super excited. I'm really excited about Art because he really is excited about coaching. He got some stuff for y'all. God has placed some gifting in this man right here, and he is ready to share. And I'm excited for that.
yeah, Miss J is she's pushing me, she's pulling me, she's tying me up in knots.
Yeah.
She said I gotta get you on the stage and talk in front of some people. So
Yeah, why not?
yeah, I'm hoping
You're gonna do good. I'm
September
excited.
ish.
September?
What I'm thinking about, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Get this off and running.
Yes, I'm
you know, kind of
excited.
start trying to move some things to
I'm excited.
and to the next level. So
Change that quick.
nah.
Okay, to the next level.
Nah.
What's the next level for us?
The next level. Well, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we get this thing, you know, Apple Podcasts, you know what I'm saying, get this thing a little bit more, you know, formatted a little bit more, I'll say professionally, so that, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think we professional.
Yeah, but I mean, when I say a little bit more professional, I mean, I want us on multiple platforms. There ain't no doubt yet we are professional.
Yeah, speak that thing to these airways.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
So, this is the last thing I have, and then I'll let Miss J, excuse me, wrap it up. So me and Miss J was talking, might have been in the last podcast episode or shortly thereafter, during one of our business meetings. And she made a comment, or it was a question, she was like, you know, sometimes I wonder by us, I'll say us being divorcees, you know, how can we give people good advice on how to have successful relationships? And at the moment, you know, we kind of talked through it, but ultimately, my feedback to that is, we did the work, and we're still doing the work. So who I was then, who she was then, we're no longer those individuals. We can help facilitate somebody who's going through some of the things that we've been through, and let them know that there is a brighter side, that, you know what I'm saying, behind all the tears and the pain there and the hurt, that there is sunshine, you know what I mean, the clouds won't always be there, you know, because one thing about me is I fought long and hard with just being able to get in front of somebody and be like, yeah, I've been married and divorced 2 times. You know what I mean? I felt some shame and I felt some guilt about it, but one thing I had to realize is, like an old man once told me, I know your heart, young man. So yeah, that's how I feel like we can get in front of people and talk about things that we talked about, because we're no longer in the space and place that we were. And you know, two of our hashtag is the healing process and life after life. So that life isn't this life. So that's how we can help other people on their journey and their quest to get to the other side. And I'll wrap it up there. It's yours, Miss J.
Well said. That is so true. So true. So we just wanted to say thank you guys for kind of hanging out with us in Let's Chat with R and J on today. We didn't know we were gonna go live. It just
I knew she didn't.
or I knew. I did not know. But we're here. You guys please leave us some comments, questions. If you guys have any questions about anything, I know you guys are gonna want to know when this workshop is happening. It's happening. Just know that it's happening. It's coming soon. I'm excited. I'm praying that you guys be excited for us. We want y'all support. Please come out and support. I'll be putting all the information on the chat. So thank you guys for joining us on tonight. And we'll see you guys soon.
Catch you later. Peace.